This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, welcome to the Commissioners' Work Session of Monday, December 7th. Meeting is being recorded as previously announced. There's no public hearing or old items of discussion today. I don't believe there's any new items of discussion either, is there?
And that I can think of.
No.
No.
Okay, policy and procedure-wise, I do have a good update. I've worked on it probably 20 hours in the last week or so, and made a lot of progress on researching ISO 18091 and potential application in Warren County. As I mentioned in the last meeting, we would need a little bit of money to hire a consultant that's knowledgeable of ISO. And I met with 2 in the region and have a strong recommendation on one. I'm working on getting a quote from them. I think it's totally CARES Act eligible because in essence what this would be doing is enabling us to have a framework to write policies and procedures and work instructions so that offices can operate when they are understaffed. So pending, I'll get you that quote as soon as I can. I'm hoping to get it on Wednesday's agenda even, just a starter. Projects, any project updates?
Pam and I are working on the fleet. She's already started kind of going through and creating some narrative draft documents to circulate people for information. We're gonna, we're putting together some documents to track mileage and put together like a picture of the fleet utilization. At the same time, we're trying to come up with some organizational documents related to it to kind of start analyzing it, even with the data that we have in place already. That's kind of not complete, I guess is the term I'd use. There's data, but it just needs to be reviewed. And then the other thing is I'm just going to spend some time on the budget this week. Obviously Wednesday, and we need to, I don't think that's on the agenda for Wednesday. It needs to be added to the agenda as far as old business goes, is the budget vote.
Yeah.
And we're trying to get some of the, any changes, proposals, things that need to be addressed, to everybody prior to that, so that everybody has time to review it. So, I think that's it for me this week anyway.
Have there been any, Eric, this is probably for you, Eric, have there been any changes made to the budget that we most recently saw, and should we recirculate those?
There hasn't been any official, yeah, we haven't made any changes yet. That's going to have to go in front of the 3 of you to review and vote on the summary. And I'm anticipating I've sent a couple updates, but just for informational purposes. But for Wednesday, I can have a updated list prepared of the items we currently have. Nothing, I wouldn't say anything significant in terms of needing to restart the whole process or anything like that.
Okay. I saw the items that you sent us that were updated. I just wasn't sure if those were incorporated yet.
It wouldn't be incorporated until we approve it.
Got it.
Yeah, so we'll take a look at them piece by piece on Wednesday, and then figure out how we're gonna do any of it.
Yeah, pretty much what we'll do is we'll create a list of what account needs to be changed and walk through. My hope would be all of us will be on the same page and just make one motion to approve the budget and all the recommended changes in one swoop. But if not, we could take individual votes on each line item change that's proposed. But again, I'm not hearing anything.
Yeah, I mean, I think that since there's a discussion about, having like the money from the CARES Act coming into the county coffers and then being allocated in next year's budget, those items will have to be deliberated on and then decided on. So those would be an example of items.
Okay. Any other project updates?
That's good.
We've circulated information to expand or to get the grant to expand the recreation plan to incorporate the landfill and the Girl Scout camp. We've circulated the letter to the ANF on behalf of the RDA to request the transfer of the property, and then potentially, either a transfer or a lease for the Girl Scout camp. And I'm basically, my plan for the recycling program is going to be to, reconstitute restart the recycling or the sustainability task force virtually, just because it's just really difficult to try to meet as a group at this point, and start banging out information for that for spring of next year. We've just found out that Sheffield has decided to drop their recycling program. So we're down to a handful of townships in the county that have drop-off locations. So the need at this point to kind of address that is pretty high. So I'm trying to come up with
Are you using some other county's business model, or how are you thinking of that? Or are we starting from scratch? I'm kind of coming in late in the game, I'm sure here.
Well, we've spent probably 3 years now trying to research every possible setup that everybody has. And so, part of the challenge is to come up with a system that it limits the involvement of the county for a variety of reasons. And that makes it a lot more difficult to just come up with a program. Like if, so there's a level of creativity that's necessary that isn't something that's going to happen overnight. So we're going to keep working on it and trying different things until we figure that out. Like, so that we're limiting county involvement, we have a sustainable system, and we feel confident about how it's set up. So, we've had, I don't even know how to I suppose at some point we should sit down and I should go through everything that we've done up to this point so that you have an understanding of like the amount of work that's gone into it already. As far as research goes, my view of it again is that I want something that's going to be here regardless of who's in the county commissioner's office, who's involved in the community. And in order to come up with something like that, it's just gonna require a lot of work and continued effort. So I don't know, without sitting down and doing a prepared presentation, I don't know how I would kind of convey all that.
Okay, well, I'll touch base with you on that. Thanks.
Mm-hmm. Any other projects? Okay. Upcoming commission meeting, December 9th. Currently on the agenda, we just have CARES Act under old business. I think we got one fire department request, maybe another IT request. The main thing I think we'll need to discuss, and I just forward you some information, is the EIT and LST losses related to the municipalities. And then I think that should be pretty much it for CARES Act, except maybe making a formal motion to reimburse ourselves staff time. And Eric will need to lean on you, obviously, for getting that exact number. And then the big item under the new business category would be, or old, whatever, would be the budget and any amendments to it. Is there anything else that needs to be on the agenda?
I think that's the big one for me.
So we'll probably be able to wrap up the 2021 budget and the CARES Act requests. My hope would be on Wednesday.
Eric, when do you think that you'll be able to circulate the data associated with county-related expenditures?
Ryle and I are going to be working on that this afternoon, so I'm hoping by end of day today.
Okay.
As a hypothetical, if we wanted more time, we could always push the budget vote to the 23rd.
Right.
Because I'm just looking at it this way, like obviously want to deliberate on the website proposal from Civic Plus, and then there's other things that we could allocate money for in the budget that we might want to have a few more days to review it. I guess I'm throwing that out there. Should we, just to have a little bit more time to review it, should we wait for 2 more weeks and continue to review information? Because technically we can. I mean, there's
If you want to make a
nothing that
motion on Wednesday, the 9th, if you want to make a motion to table because we don't have enough information to make a decision, we can do that.
Okay.
But I would like to keep the goal the same of getting it done this week so that we can get done with the budget and move on to other things, including the holiday.
Yeah, I mean, I agree. That would be the best. I just, I guess we'll see. We'll see how Wednesday goes.
Yep. Okay. If you have anything else that needs to be on the agenda, contact Pam by certainly no later than noon tomorrow. I can't think of anything else. Otherwise, the agenda looks good to me. Oh, Pam, also on CARES Act, let's talk about liquid fuels. Be sure to put that in as a sub-point for CARES.
Okay.
Okay. Need department heads. Commissioner schedule, pretty normal week, I think. I intend to be in Friday. I have a meeting down in another county on Friday. Otherwise, should be here all day. We're obviously focusing a lot this week on the continuity of operations. We've been sprinting to get this thing done. A lot of credit to Pam and Scott, and really most of the department heads are somehow involved in this. So this week we have the training, and then next week I believe is the tabletop exercises. So we'll get this wrapped up by Christmas. Anything else schedule-wise to note?
Nothing here. Mostly it's remote for me.
Okay. Assume there's nothing else to discuss. Quick announcement. Nathaniel Schmidt had asked for an executive session at some point during this hour. I see he's not on yet, but it would be to discuss pending litigation. So if he comes to our office in the next half hour or so, we'll be having that executive session.
Sounds good.
Okay. If there's nothing further, is there any public comment?
No.
Okay, we stand adjourned. Thanks everyone for coming.
Thanks, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Bye.